We often think missing person cases, they start simple,
Hmm.
like pulling a single thread.
Hmm.
But what happens when that thread doesn't just unravel, it pulls you into
Hmm.
this maze of secrets, betrayals, and just shocking violence,
Yeah.
all tied to a highway.
Yeah, it's quite something.
That's really the puzzle we're tackling in this deep dive.
Exactly. And for you, we've really gone through quite a bit here. There's the first missing person report, which seems straightforward enough.
Right.
Then you get the forensic evidence, the hard science, and the police investigation details, step by step.
Plus personal stories.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Different viewpoints.
absolutely. Very personal accounts. Our mission really is to try and guide you through all that complexity, highlight the key pieces you need to see the truth of it.
Okay, let's start at the beginning then.
Mm-hmm.
Palak Saxena vanishes. Then her car turns up,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not good.
Yeah.
Bloodstains, a fired bullet shell inside.
Yeah.
And then, not far off, maybe 15 kilometers down, the Barabanki Unnao highway, burnt human remains are found.
It paints a very grim picture right from the outset.
So Palak had been missing, about 48 hours before the police really got involved?
That's right. 2 days after she was last seen, her car is found empty. And like you said, the blood, the bullet casing, it screams violence.
So the first thought must be, okay, was Palak attacked? Or maybe did she attack someone?
Those are the initial questions. Definitely, you have to consider all angles. Was she the victim or somehow involved in an altercation herself?
But then her family steps in. And they're adamant Palak didn't have any enemies. Nobody would want to hurt her.
Which makes the scene in the car even more confusing, doesn't it?
It does. And then the forensics?
Yeah.
That report really threw a spanner in the works.
Oh, absolutely. That was a major turning point. The lab analysis of the blood in Palak's car, it showed 2 completely different blood types.
Not hers?
Not hers. They found AB plus and B plus Palak, remember, was O plus semp.
Wow.
And there's more. The AB plus sample, it tested positive for HIV.
HIV positive. Good grief.
Yeah. So suddenly this isn't just about Palak anymore. It means at least 3 people were likely in that car at some point during whatever happened.
3 people. 2 unknown blood types, 1 HIV positive, and the car itself found, 15 kilometers from the burnt body?
Correct. That proximity, it's hard to ignore.
It really suggests a connection, doesn't it?
Investigators would absolutely be thinking that. Was the body burned specifically to hide evidence connected to what happened in that car?
Burning a body,
Yeah.
that feels personal, like you really want to erase someone.
It often indicates the killer knew the victim. It's an extreme measure to destroy identification, to sever any link back to themselves.
Okay, so while this is unfolding, police get wind of another missing person, a property dealer.
That's right. Manohar Gupta. People called him Monty, about 26, 27 years old.
And he vanished from Naya Bazaar before Palak's case even blew up.
4 days before his name really became relevant here, yeah. And what was immediately odd, kind of a red flag for investigators, was that his family hadn't reported him missing.
Why wait? That is suspicious.
It certainly raised eyebrows. Why the delay? Were they hiding something?
And did this connect back to the blood evidence?
It did, quite directly. They tested Monty's father, and his blood type was B plus Marty.
The same as one of the samples in Palak's car.
Exactly. Now, initially that's just suggestive, but DNA testing later confirmed it. The B plus blood in the car belonged to Monty.
Okay, so that nails down one of the people in the car as Monty.
And it fits the profile. The forensic estimate for the age of the person with the B plus blood was between 20 and 27. Same for the AB plus sample, actually, and Monty fell right in that range.
So Monty's blood is in the car. What about the other blood type, the AB plus HIV positive one? And the burnt body, how did Monty connect to that?
Right, this is where it gets even darker. The DNA from those burnt remains, it was a match
A match to what?
to the AB plus HIV positive blood found in Palak's car.
So the burnt body, that was the person with the AB plus blood, the one who was HIV positive.
Yes, and further forensic work on the remains suggested the person had been shot before being burned.
Shot first, then burned. Just like you said, trying to destroy evidence, erase them completely.
It points towards a calculated act. Someone wanted this person gone, and gone in a way that made identification extremely difficult. A very strong desire to conceal the crime and likely the victim's identity.
So the police start digging into Monty's life, his family.
Yeah.
And things start getting murky there too, right?
They do. For instance, the family initially swore Monty didn't own a gun. Flat out denied it.
But that wasn't true.
No. Later on, his uncle admitted something different. He revealed Monty actually had an unlicensed 9mm pistol. bought it in Lucknow maybe 6 months earlier.
So they lied. Why lie about the gun?
It definitely suggested they were hiding something important, trying to control the narrative, maybe protect Monty or themselves.
And the gun wasn't the only thing. There was this whole issue about why they moved from Lucknow in the first place.
Ah, yes. That was significant. It wasn't just a simple relocation. They moved because of a really damaging scandal back in Lucknow.
What kind of scandal?
Obscene pictures of Monty's wife, Rinky, had been spread around, apparently through MMS messages.
Oh, wow.
That's awful.
It caused a huge social backlash, intense stigma for the family, enough that they felt they had to pack up, leave their home, their business, everything, and move to Barabanki.
That level of public shaming, it creates motive, doesn't it? Anger, resentment. Who was behind spreading those pictures?
The investigation pointed to a young man named Avinash. Turns out he and Monty had some kind of feud, a history of bad blood between them.
Avinash. Okay, so he's now a key person of interest.
Absolutely. But then another twist.
Let me guess. Avinash is also missing.
You got it. Avinash had disappeared too. It seemed like anyone connected to this whole mess was just vanishing.
This is unbelievable. So does Avinash connect to the physical evidence?
Chillingly, yes.
Yeah.
Remember the burnt remains? The DNA confirmed they belonged to Avinash.
So Avinash was the body, the one shot, then burned, and the AB plus blood in the car.
Matched Avinash and confirmed he was HIV positive.
Did his family know he was HIV positive? They claimed they had no idea about his health status, which might be true or might be another layer of secrecy. But scientifically, Avinash was now directly linked to the crime scene in Palak's car.
Okay, let's recap quickly. Avinash is dead, confirmed as the burnt body and the AB plus blood source. Monty is missing. His B plus blood is in the car. Palak is still missing. Her blood isn't in the car. What about connections between them? Did Palak know Monty or Avinash?
That's where it gets tricky. Phone records were checked, obviously. No direct calls or messages between Palak and Monty in the 3 months before everything happened.
No obvious link there.
But their phone locations pinged them in the same general area on the day of the incident.
So they were nearby, even if not talking directly.
Exactly. It suggests maybe an indirect link. Perhaps they were meeting someone else, or maybe the connection wasn't directly between them, but through this third person, Avinash perhaps. His HIV status being a factor somehow.
It's still not clear how Palak fits in initially then. But you mentioned Monty's family. His sister, Poonam. She becomes important here.
Yes, Poonam Gupta. The investigation uncovered that she had a connection to Avinash. A significant one.
What kind of connection?
Phone records again. Back when the family lived in Lucknow, she and Avinash had frequent, very long phone calls. It suggested more than just a casual acquaintance. A close relationship.
But the family was blaming Avinash for the whole MMS thing with Rinky, Monty's wife.
That was their official story, yes. Blame Avinash. But Poonam's relationship with him complicates that simple narrative.
What did Poonam say about it?
Well, initially she tried to downplay it. Just friends, she claimed. She even tried to shift blame, suggesting that Rinky, Monty's wife, was unhappy, and she was actually involved with Avinash romantically.
Okay, so Poonam points the finger at Rinky.
Yeah.
But what did Rinky say? Her story must be crucial.
Absolutely crucial. And Rinky's account. It blew the whole thing wide open. She confessed she did have feelings for Avinash, yes. But she accused Poonam, Monty's sister, of trying to steal him away.
A love triangle, possibly.
It sounds like it. But then Rinky dropped another bombshell. She admitted she was the one who created and spread those obscene MMS messages of herself.
She spread her own pictures. Why on earth would she do that?
It's incredibly tragic. Rinky revealed that both she and her young son, Tinku, had tested positive for HIV.
Oh, no.
And she believed Avinash was the source of the infection. So, in an act of, well, revenge, desperation, she spread the images using a fake, untraceable number.
Believing Avinash gave her and her son HIV, she ruined her own reputation to get back at him.
That appears to be the motivation. After the diagnosis, she stopped all physical relations with her husband, Monty. But eventually, she said Monty insisted they confront Avinash, so they contacted him to arrange a meeting.
Wow. The HIV diagnosis, the fear, the anger.
Mm-hmm.
It led Rinky to this extreme act, and then they decided to lure Avinash into a meeting. This is heading somewhere terrible.
It is. And the details of that night finally came out from Monty's cousins. They confessed.
They were involved too.
Yes. They admitted they were with Monty that night. They said they forced Palak Saxena, the original missing person, into Monty's car.
They abducted Palak. Why?
That part isn't entirely clear from the sources, maybe as leverage. Maybe she was just in the wrong place. But they had her. Then, Using Rinki to make the call, they lured Avinash to a place called Kosaiganj in Barabanki. False pretenses, obviously.
Setting a trap.
Exactly. The plan was likely to confront Avinash about the MMS, about the HIV infection they blamed him for.
And the confrontation, it turned violent.
Extremely violent. According to the cousins, there was a scuffle inside the car. Monty had his unlicensed pistol. Somehow, during the fight, it fell, and Avinash got hold of it.
Oh, no.
Avinash shot Monty with Monty's own gun.
So Monty was shot by Avinash. What did the cousins do?
They panicked, they ran from the car, but Avinash, presumably wounded or enraged, chased after them.
He chased them.
Yes, but they managed to turn the tables. They overpowered Avinash, attacked him, and then shot him, using the same pistol.
They killed Avinash after he shot Monty.
That's their confession. And then, to cover it all up...
They burned the body in the forest.
Yes. A desperate attempt to destroy all the evidence linking them to Avinash's murder.
And Palak, where was she during all this?
Crucially, the cousins admitted they saw Palak witness these events. She saw them kill Avinash.
Which made her a dangerous witness for them.
A very dangerous witness.
So what happened to Palak? We know she didn't end up dead, thankfully.
Right. She was found later, injured, on the Devpur highway. Just some random passerby found her and called for help.
Injured but alive.
Alive. Authorities got her medical attention and, of course, informed her parents. Her survival was key to piecing together the final parts of the story.
And with her testimony and the cousins' confessions, the focus must have shifted to arrests.
Absolutely. Rinki Gupta, Monty's wife, was arrested. The charges were murder and conspiracy to commit murder.
Because she lured Avinash, and her actions with the MMS arguably set everything in motion.
Precisely. Her role was central to orchestrating that fatal meeting and the tragic chain of events that followed. The cousins, too, obviously faced charges for their direct role in the violence.
So we go from one missing girl, Palak, to finding two bodies, Monty shot by Avinash, Avinash killed by Monty's cousins, all wrapped up in this incredibly tangled mess of relationships, secrets, HIV, betrayal, and ultimately brutal revenge.
It's a truly devastating sequence. It really shows, doesn't it, how secrets and lies, especially when mixed with fear and misinformation, like the HIV aspect here, how they can just escalate.
Spiral out of control.
Completely into violence, destruction, multiple lives ruined or lost. That initial act, Rinki spreading those pictures out of misplaced revenge, look at the catastrophic ripple effect.
That's a chilling example.
It really is. It underlines the destructive force of conflicts that just fester, that aren't dealt with through truth or open communication. You just have to wonder, listening to this, how many points were there along the way where a different choice, a moment of honesty perhaps, could have stopped this whole tragedy from unfolding?
Yeah. It makes you think about the weight of our actions, the consequences, even the unintended ones within a family, within a community. A really sobering case.
It's deeply sobering.